I told y'all I was going to cover a 9-minute fight scene in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, and have no doubt about it, I am sticking to my guns. We are going to be talking about the potential 9-minute fight scene that is promised by the directors and producers of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. There has been multiple articles that has come out stating that there is going to be a 9-minute fight scene in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Well, in this video, we are going to break down that entire fight scene, and we're going to discuss which fight it probably is in the movie. If you guys enjoy my MonsterVerse content, then consider subscribing, and let's get into it.
The Atomic Fair.
There was going to be a 9-minute fight scene in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Now, at that time, we did not have as much information as we have now about the movie. We did not really know exactly what was going to happen, kind of having a play-by-play of the movie in a lot of ways like we do now. But now, knowing all the information that we know, we can probably assume which fight in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is going to end up being the 9-minute fight scene, because there's potential for a few scenes. It could very well be this scene where Scar King fights Kong, where Kong meets Scar King for the first time and gets chased down by Shimo. But I have a funny feeling that it's probably going to end up being the final fight, considering the massive scope of the final fight, where it takes place in, and just how many stages there are to this fight. So we are going to go ahead and talk about the final fight based off the newest leak that we have from Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. If you guys enjoy my content, consider hitting that like button, consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out quite a bit. So this is going to be picking up from the latest leak that we have from Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. This one is definitely confirmed to be real, guys. We know that this is a real deal based off the loads and loads of information and leaked images that we have from the movie. But it says this about the final fight. So I'm just going to start from the third act, from basically the point where Godzilla and Kong face off against each other and then agree to team up against Shimo and Scar King. From there, they all enter the portal willingly to battle Scar King and Shimo in the Hollow Earth. So they're going to drop down into the Hollow Earth. It says the Hollow Earth stage of the final fight is insane. We get an incredible sequence of Scar King riding Shimo into battle, holding Kong's axe he'd stolen during their initial encounter in Scar King's village. So it looks like some things have changed and that Kong's axe isn't going to end up being broken in this movie. I'm guessing little things like that can kind of change in the script as it goes on. I'm probably assuming because that was kind of a fan favorite weapon, they're deciding to just keep it around in the MonsterVerse. So I'll continue. It says we get an incredible sequence of Scar King riding Shimo into battle, holding Kong's axe he's stolen during their initial encounter in Scar's village. Kong riding Godzilla. So this is giving me some X-Men 97 Gambit riding on top of Wolverine vibes. Kong riding Godzilla. Kong leaps off Godzilla, giving him incredible air. I'm guessing this is the leaked image that we saw. All four monsters charge each other. Kong going after Scar King, Godzilla after Shimo, and right as they clash, the Iwi activate a gravity influx pyramid, leading to an epic war in zero gravity. Mothra assists by flying through the Hollow Earth, incapacitating Scar King's army of apes. In one scene, Shimo begins overwhelming Godzilla and freezing him with her breath, forcing Mothra to swoop in and make the save by hitting Shimo with a pulse of scales from her wing that distracts Shimo just long enough for Godzilla to break free. That kind of pisses me off, guys, because I'm so tired of Godzilla. I can't even think of it off the top of my head because I'm recording a video, but there has been multiple times in the MonsterVerse where Godzilla has almost died and had to be saved by the humans, whether it's them giving him a nuclear bomb to kind of speed up his healing, or them just all around helping him when he's about to be killed. And they do similar things to Kong as well. It's just kind of a nitpick. I think it's kind of funny sometimes that they do that to Godzilla. Another example is in the case where Godzilla was going to get killed by Ghidorah. As cool as it was that Mothra basically gave Godzilla the power to become Burning Godzilla or Fire Godzilla or whatever, I think that they should have done it in a different way. I just don't like when Godzilla's about to die and has to be saved by like another Titan or kaiju or person. Anyways, guys, I'm nitpicking. Let's continue talking about this movie. It says the Rio stage of the fight segues by the Iwi reversing the gravity, causing Scar King, Shimo, Godzilla, and Kong to all fall through a portal to Rio de Janeiro, where the rest of the battle takes place, and is pretty non-stop fun. At one point, Scar King gets his whip around the top of a building and launches it at Kong like something out of the Pipeworks Godzilla games, and Kong just smashes straight through it midair with his beast glove. We've seen that in the trailer. and this came out before the trailer for Godzilla X Kong. So Scar King, distracted by his amusement over Shimo trying to freeze Kong, doesn't notice Godzilla beginning to charge up behind him. Scar realizes last second and frantically tries to dodge and roll out of the way before turning his whip on Godzilla, who only catches it in his mouth and rips it apart. We've seen that in a leaked image, effectively dislodging the blue and purple crystal that holds control over Shimo. Scar King panics, and he and Kong scramble to recapture it as Godzilla keeps Scar at bay by forcing him to duck and dodge in between buildings from atomic breath blasts. That kind of sounds like a scene out of Godzilla vs. Kong, but honestly guys, I cannot wait to see this movie. This makes me so hyped because a lot of these scenes sound like they're going to be so insane to see on the screen. It's good to see them letting these monsters kind of get animated and really get into the fight and start doing some crazy stuff. Setsuko comes in last second, dragging Kong's axe through the city and smashes the crystal, freeing Shimo. Shimo turns on Scar and freezes him solid as Kong comes in and smashes him to pieces, finally killing Scar King. So guys, that is pretty much the final fight of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. I have a funny feeling that is the 9-minute, almost non-stop Titan fight that we're going to see in that movie. I've got a pretty good feeling that they are catching on to the fact that we don't really want to see the human interactions as much, specifically when the Titans are fighting. You're right. We came here to kind of see the monsters fight, and that's what we want to see. We want to see it uninterrupted. We want to see it uninterrupted, and Legendary kind of seems to be catching on to that, especially Adam Wingard. He definitely seems to be catching on to that. Anyways, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the 9-minute final fight that's going to happen in Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is the fight scene that they're talking about is going to end up being 9 minutes. Can't really think of another Titan fight in the movie that would be longer than the final fight, right? So I figured I'd break that down on this channel. Let me know what you guys think down below. And for this video, that's all I got, guys. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.